All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, goblins and ghouls, and space cadets of all ages. Did I miss any just then? Because I feel like I missed something. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, I am the Tannis Lycans, and we are right back where we left off, though we got a little ammo situation. And I'm wondering, do we have... We've already lost connection. We already lost connection. Are you kidding me? Wow. I was just looking at that too, and I'm getting two different things. Like, YouTube says that I need a much higher bitrate transfer than what I'm actually currently using. But the OBS, like, troubleshooting suggests a much lower one. And I do mean, like, YouTube's thing suggests way higher. It is way higher. Like, it's not even like a contest on how high it needs according to the OBS troubleshooting. Anyway, what's the phrase? I digress. So we really need to, like, get this thing over and done with, but we're very low on ammo. Another multi-tool, that's good. I think that's all here. I want to go up here, because one thing that we didn't collect earlier is that... Yeah, that's not a computer issue. That's a network issue. No matter what I'm told, that's not a computer issue. That's a network issue. And part of the problem there is apparently I'm supposed to be using a wired connection, not a Wi-Fi connection. Nothing I can do about that, though. Absolutely nothing. Okay. Oh, look, another night vision. I finally got one, and now we've got two of them. I don't think there's anything else up here. I think we need to go through the death room, though. It's probably the quickest way. I think that's everything we can access. I'm not entirely sure on that. Yeah, that's all these. I really want to make something like this and see how effective it is, but this drill... That drill is just way too big to actually be the size of a hover vessel drill. That's more like a CV drill. Here we go again, dealing with this. We lost the internet. We didn't just simply lose the connection. That's a network issue. That is not my computer. The network literally just stopped. Yeah, the network there just completely dropped off. That is not a... Why did this close? Yeah, my streaming PC just completely lost connection to the network. Like the network literally dropped off there. I wonder if that could also be like part of the problem with the receiver there. I did move it to a different location, and it's kind of a cheapie just to allow my PC to connect to the network. It doesn't have a built-in one, so I had no choice but to do that. Oh, come on. Like, how did that thing even know to turn that quickly? And we're gonna die again. Yep. I couldn't even get to cover before he killed me. I don't know that we're ever going to be able to access that room. You know, I was thinking about this. I tweeted out earlier, jokingly, that I wanted to form a team for Helldivers with a couple of like big names, and I'm like, I did add on like this is a joke. I have no connection to these people. There's no reason for them to even like respond to me. So please don't like say something. It's just a joke. Um, anyway, so I didn't get any kind of response to that, but the whole point there was I was thinking about possibly playing Helldivers instead because I am so sick of the janky combat in this. And this game doesn't have difficulty settings as far as the how the AI works. The only difficulty this thing has is where you start. Got it, finally. A data pad? That's a new one. Yeah, see, it took out that wall. What even what even hit me? I know I wasn't exactly high on health there, and we were bleeding out, but I didn't even see anything shoot. Just 1 second I'm shooting at the dude, next second I'm dead. Like, okay, I missed it. Because there is a little bit of lag on the actual stream. But I didn't even see what shot me. I'm assuming it was the one guy, but I don't know that for certain. Actually, we should get our bag and go empty out our inventory. I'm just checking to see if I missed that one. I feel like there should be a whole nother section that we come out of and go to an area. Okay, this... Yeah, so YouTube is saying it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth. So the bit rate is too low. They highly recommend a higher bit rate. However, we should not be losing connection at this low of a bit rate. We shouldn't be, period. I see you back there. Yeah, we definitely need to empty our inventory. Nothing I can do about that. We don't have any ammo for... Well, actually... 7.62? Is that the same as... We might have some, though I don't know if I want to use it. Because that would be the exact same ammo that our turrets use in our cannons, if I'm right. Let's see, is it? No, it's not. See, this one uses 12. This uses 100 milliwatt laser rifle charge. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, give me those. I don't know how well it's gonna work. We don't have that much ammo for it. Can I even make that? I don't think you can make that. We've lost connection again. I'm gonna try that for a second. Actually, let's do it in this order. I don't really know where palladium falls. And these are all kind of common here. See, I think this is actually the base game sniper rifle, because these are not the base game weapons. The survival tool is base game, but the shotgun is not base. The actual base game shotgun is they changed up in there. So the white weapons, these are the base game ones. In Reforged Eden 2, these are higher tier weapons, but in the default game, they're not. They're just base. I don't think there's actually levels of weapons in the base game. I think it's literally just the base weapons, and that's it. I want to see how this works. Okay, so the stream is going still. More Sathium, some small bridges, another advanced kit. That's good. And then finally, there is the boss. I hate doing this. No, I already knew that that was gonna happen. I already knew that that was gonna happen. The moment it happened. But I don't know if you have to start the fight over again either. If you gotta start the fight over again, that's gonna suck. And it's not as bad as I remember either. That the firing rate is a lot slower. Like, I am effectively dodging probably about 80% of that. We got hit by several of them at the end, but I think that's because of proximity. We were far too close. But I was using the shotgun, so I had to close in the gap a little bit. I was hoping that the shotgun was going to do enough damage to take it out a lot quicker. No. No, that's not what happened. We got a lot of Xeno in here to grab too. Not nearly as much as the other one, but still quite a bit. Got it. Antimatter converter? Really? Quantum processor, huh? He gave me a sentry gun? That's weird. Oh, that's hardened steel. It didn't tell me that was Xeno. That was weird. I don't even know if you can tear this apart or capture it or whatever we gotta do with it. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can do anything with that. See, this has got the opposite problem, the other one. Why is all of this Xeno? I mean, I don't mind. I'm gonna collect it. I'm just like freaked out. I'm like, why is there Xeno everywhere? Like, this isn't like the other one where we had a whole corridor made out of Xeno. This is literally like a small area. I stepped over just far enough that we were in the gas cloud and instantly died. Like, that wasn't even like a few seconds, like inches instantly. I know we only had like 36 hit points, but good grief. Like, why? Now I gotta walk all the way back down there. We did break through the wall there, so maybe it won't be nearly as bad. But yeah, I'm like looking out that door and I can see. Yeah, there's like nothing there. Nothing there. So these hangar doors serve literally no purpose. That one won't even open for some weird reason. I am going to collect all these too. Pretty much if I can harvest it, I'm going to. And I've got... Can I use... Answers that question. Actually, let's just go ahead and grab this because we're not collecting blocks right now anyway. Why is there a light here? There's literally just a random light right there. Yes, I know, we're right back to extremely riveting gameplay. But we finished this, and now it's time to harvest. And that's what you do in this. You harvest and you harvest and you harvest. Why is there another, like, random light right there? It must be to... It must be set to a setting that allows it to glitch through the blocks to affect the lighting inside the area. That's my only guess. What fell apart? I definitely heard that. I don't know what fell apart, though. It is, in fact, an HV drill. Oh, we need to go into our inventory. It just keeps going and going. Oh, we're back? I think we're back. So it's saying if you're having that kind of problem, then you probably need to lower your bit rate. However, for YouTube purposes, I just want to try this real quick and see how this works. That's a really high setting. I don't know if this will hold or if it will break. It's holding so far. Doobie doobie doo. Such exciting gameplay. Seeing me tear apart things. Oh my gosh. We got radiation fog again. Yeah, it's not gonna get rid of that. Am I blind? Where is it? Door, 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 unusable thing. Signal. It's a loader. It's a weapon. This is a thing. Universal. Let's put universal, 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 universal. Here's the beds. Solar. Door. O2. Power. This is not. Yeah, that's not. Where's. Well. Shoot. We're gonna have an issue. Okay. So putting it at that higher bit rate did not flippin' help. Yeah. Okay. So that higher bit rate is definitely not helping at all. The only option left is the whole, like, connect, how it's connected. Like, we definitely need, like, a wired connection, but there's nothing I can do about that. It's all reinforced concrete. So it did shoot at my ship. Shield's still good. Okay. I think we're fine there. That's super annoying, but it did shoot at me. Okay, no, this is not what I thought it was. Yes, I'm aware. There's nothing I can do about it, though. There's no... I can't really get rid of this either. Yeah, I can't even get rid of that stupid... We were dying anyway. Who cares? See, I don't think it's even giving me stuff. Okay. We're gonna move this upstairs because I need to go empty my inventory anyway, and while I'm down here doing stuff, tearing apart the base, we can easily retrieve it when we leave. Simply by putting it somewhere else. I'm not sure what all we're gonna continue taking. I may just tear stuff apart. And again, if you're not familiar with why I am tearing stuff apart instead of using the multi-tool, there are a couple of reasons. First and foremost, we don't have that many multi-tools. We are not anywhere near my base currently. We could fly back there, but we're not near it. The other reason is the main thing that we are trying to get is the Xeno, and you cannot retrieve Xeno. It just gets destroyed, regardless of how you are retrieving it. It just goes kaboom, there's nothing there. I guess we'll put the windows here. And the blocks can go down there. Actually, that ammo can... 7.62 can go there. Excuse me. Wow. And what is this? This is a laser upgrade? Yeah, I don't know what that's actually for. The card can go here, and that can go there. Okay. And then our salvage core is right there, so... Not where I was hoping to be, but that did get me down here a lot quicker. So that's where the projector is. I'm guessing for that screen there. Nothing. Oh, don't tell me we're gonna freeze. Why? We're freezing and we're dealing with radiation sickness. I don't know what happened to the medical piece that I took from the other base. Well, I don't know why we went from freezing to it went away to now we're freezing again. I honestly don't even care at this point. We already died like a billion times to mobs down here. Minor artifact of legacy. The technology within has been rendered inert without access to the gestalt. but there's no guarantee that it's safe to use. Organic containers grown by infected growths. It appears to function as a repository of raw materials and resources used to fuel the growth of the corruption, but it is somehow larger on the inside than the outside. Oh, God. I don't know if that's supposed to be a Doctor Who reference, but it definitely sounds like one. Which, I don't have a problem with Doctor Who, actually. I was a new Whovian for the longest time. Then came the woke movement, and it just killed Doctor Who for me. I haven't been able to watch it ever since the wave of woke took over the show, which was about the time that Jodie Whittaker became the Doctor. And I can't even. It's not that I didn't like Jodie Whittaker. She was a good actor. I'm sorry, she was a good actress. I'm not doing that BS from years ago where they wanted to distinguish male and female and just say actor. You got actresses and actors. Anyway, it's not that she wasn't good, it's that the stories were horrendous. And if you go back and you watch her Doctor, like the beginning of her series, I didn't watch the whatever the one mini series was called within her reign as the Doctor. I think it's like the Flux or something. I didn't watch any of that. But if you go back and watch her season 1 and season 2, there's this weird balancing act going on throughout the entirety of her run. And you can actually like watch it unfold where you can go back, watch it, and it'll do exactly what I'm about to say. You'll watch an episode and it will, if it kills a female character in the early episodes, if it kills a female character, a male character also dies. If a male character dies, a female character also dies. Okay? And it doesn't end there. Later on, they introduce gay and lesbian couples, and they kind of change it up here, where one couple loses a member, and then the other couple, both of them survive. And it's absolutely disgusting throughout her entire run of Doctor Who. They do it in every stupid episode of hers. And you can pretty much, like, once you see a character die, you can be like, okay, next one to die is going to be a male or female based on what the previous one was. It's every single episode, except for that one episode where they introduce a gay couple and a lesbian couple. And it's just so boring. Like, she didn't have any good story arcs. Like, I complain a lot about Peter Capaldi's run, but he was put into a hard position because Matt wanted out, Matt Smith wanted out. They didn't have anybody lined up. So they came to him as like, hey, do you mind filling in? And the problem with that was he had already been on Doctor Who as a character. So now here's the same person, same face playing the Doctor. And they never really went anywhere with that per se. I mean, they did do something with it, but it was so lame. The idea was that it was him reminding himself to save somebody. It wasn't about like, hey, there's a greater purpose here. It was him being like, hey, save somebody. Don't just let everybody die, save somebody. And it was kind of lame. But I think Jody just suffered from poor writers at the time, because whatever his name, I can't remember his name, the one that did all of the new Who until Peter Capaldi. Yeah, that's one of my early ships right there. I'm pretty sure that screenshot was from me, because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I'm 90% positive on that. Anyway, it's kind of a like random thing, but I was just like, ooh, there's that screenshot I was talking about earlier where I'm 90% sure that it's actually mine. This is kind of like right now, this is kind of like tearing apart a movie set. Peel the back wall and say that, oh, there's like actual structure here and everything. It's not just, you know, oh, look, they dug into a mine and that mine happened to lead into a legacy section or a legacy area where they hid infected beings. I wonder if that ever actually happens. I mean, I won't live long enough to find out, but I'm wondering if there's like a alien race out there that had to like hide some kind of infectious disease, and that disease is still thriving and very much around for anybody else that just comes across it. And they're like, we gotta make sure that nobody can access this. And then some other alien race is just, you know, investigating the ruins of the previous alien race, and they're like, oh, look at this. Like, I really wonder if that actually does happen out there somewhere. Okay, that's dead. We need to go get another one. How am I cold? I forgot that tool's dead. We need a new multi-tool. We have quite a bit of Xeno now. Okay, so my core temperature is 77. Should be fine for a little while. This just looks so much different now. Oh, I didn't get it. Ugh. There's no way I'm getting up this, is there? Oh, we left this thing. I really wonder what that does. Wrong place. Alright, we don't really need to take all this. I actually want to use those at some point. Do they have other... No, they don't have alternate looks. Oh, shut up. Okay, I think there was one more hangar door that we needed to grab. This one. Yeah, okay, so all of this is not necessary. Yeah. I don't even know, like, what happened. Why is it cold here? Okay, we still got, like, a huge section of planet yet to explore. So let my body temperature even out. Let's, eat something. Can we make any? We can make some sandwiches. How much? I don't know. Oh, wait. This would have been much better. Cheeseburger. Okay, now we can't make the cheeseburger. Oh, we're missing bread. I was like, we should have gotten, like, a lot of meat. I mean, I feel like we're, like, Nappa and Vegeta, like, eating the local wildlife. But still. Like, what is it? Answers that question. I was literally like, what is holding this up? Kaboosh! There it goes. That was weird. It just was not registering that I was hitting that block. I'm sorry, what fell? Why did that fall? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about this. Yeah, because... I'm sorry? What? Okay. And we have lost connection and regained connection almost instantly. Okay, that did nothing. I hate that that disappears so quick. It doesn't really give you time to go get it. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not entirely ready to leave this just yet. I think even if I took out the supports on the bottom of it, the rest of the structure would not fall. I took an immunity shot. Why are you... Here, let's just get this over with. Oh, there's oxygen on this planet. Never mind. That's why I haven't needed oxygen the entire time. Oh, I know I don't have too many of these, but I wanted to do this anyway. Why is it reinforced, though? Can we deconstruct reinforced blocks? Oh, we're not even getting the block. I'm wasting durability there, and I don't have my salvage core out even. The sad part is it took me a while to realize what was happening. All I'm doing right now is I'm just wasting time because we're getting ready to die anyway. My plan is we're gonna go back to the beginning of the stream. What in the world? I don't know what's going on there. Okay, so it recommends a stream of 250 kilobytes. That's what I've been waiting to see. I got a feeling that's going to mean that it is, you know, sloppy. Okay. Okay, I said that we hadn't had a disconnect in a minute, and then it immediately disconnected. We've also somehow gone backwards in time. Okay, it looks fine. It's not choppy. It's not pixelated. I can't hear it, so I don't know what it sounds like. Yeah, I don't see any major issues with staying at 2,500. Hey, at least doing this, at least YouTube is giving me suggestions for how to fix the quality of the stream. Twitch never did that. I was constantly trying to figure out like why and following all kinds of guides to try to see what was going on with my stream, and nothing ever helped. Now, if anybody from YouTube is on there and can help talk me through how to get this mic to actually sound pretty good. It's not really the mic, it's the settings. I just need to figure out like what's the right settings to put it on, because it just doesn't, it never sounds right. It sounds like I'm in a barrel 100% of the time. Or at least it does to me. If you're watching this, if you watch this, leave a comment letting me know, like, does it sound good? Do I need to change the settings? And if you're somebody that knows, what can I do to change the settings? Because same thing as the stream quality, I have gone through and gone through and gone through and saw and followed instruction after instruction after instruction, trying to get the stream quality to be as good as possible, the audio quality to be as good as possible, and it still just sounds like I am in a barrel. The only thing left I can think of is that I need some sound dampening, which is not possible. I would need a whole life change to get sound deadening. If that is the case, like, I don't know if that's the case. I did move the mic from its original position. Okay, we don't need to keep doing this. Generators? And there's still some fuel tanks, okay. Yeah, I was saying that about the stream being better now, and then it just cuts out again. Can I? Because I don't feel like dealing with that. It's a cargo container, okay. And there we go. We're dead. It's hard. It's hard to believe how fast this day has gone. It's just absolutely been insane. Granted, I had a little bit of a busy day. Okay, let's Where's the rest of this? What is wrong with my wrist? I'm just now noticing this. What is wrong with my wrist? My arm is broken. What did I drop into? Oh gosh. Where's this stuff even at? Wait, I'm not playing on multiplayer. What was that? Okay, this stuff is hidden. Oh no, it's not hidden. I know where this is. Oh, I see it. Alright, I think that's it. NPC spawners? Holy cow. I didn't even see those. The rest of this I don't really care about. We got the main things. Oh yeah, so either last night or earlier today I was talking about the CPU and like how certain things are the sizes of things. So I've kind of got a representation here. So one fuel tank is equal to, this is supposed to be one medium tank, as is to show the size difference. So this takes up one space. This takes up 2 spaces. You can actually see the size down there where it says it's a 1 by 1 by 1. It literally takes up 1 block. And this is a 1 by 2 block. So you can kind of see the size difference. And if you look at the CPU, so CPU 100, CPU 100, same exact amount of CPU, but the fuel capacity is double with the mediums. So while we are like taking up more space, if we're using the small ones, we're taking up 2 spaces for 200 CPU and 800 fuel capacity. However, that same space we can use 1 medium, and we've used half the CPU. Okay, so that, like, the smalls, unless you're making a really small starter vehicle or something similar, it's really not necessary to use. Like, when I noticed that, I was like, why do I even bother with the smalls? Like that first ship that I built, the capital vessel, why did I even bother with the smalls? I mean, I know why. It's because that's what I had at the time, and I was just working on the ship. But after, like, inspecting that, like, there's definitely a big difference in what is required on this. Even the energy requirement is exactly the same. Only, if you use 2 smalls to fill in the same space as a medium, you're doubling your CPU, you're doubling your energy that is required to run it. So, yeah, just use the mediums. Like, screw the smalls. And on that same note, the oxygen is in the is for the most part the exact same. So if you look at the CPU, 50 for a small, and it's 50 for a medium or a large, because there's only small and large. Uh, and the fuel capacity is doubled. So if I'm using 2 of these to equal just 1 of these guys, we're doubling our CPU usage. Now, the energy required is doubled, but it's going to be doubled anyway. So the energy consumption of 1 of these versus, or 2 of these versus 1 of these is exactly the same. The CPU usage, you're better off using the large. The capacity, well, if you're using 2 of those, the capacity is going to be the same. But it's the CPU that I'm looking at, and it's way better for the CPU if you're using the large. Like, there's some details here that I just recently noticed. I'm like, whoa, there's some major things that you can take advantage of and make it work to your advantage. I don't remember what was right there. There was something there. I don't remember what. Antimatter converters, we need to put those down there. I don't think we got any plasma convert. It's weird that we got these before we got the plasma converters. Okay, let's put this up front, and then all of the steel up there. Platinum plate that can go down here realistically. Titanium we can put there. This is a large upgrade kit. Okay. This really, yeah, that should be over here. Because that gets smelted. That's part of weapon making. Why is this here? Technically, that doesn't get smelted. Actually, yeah, that doesn't need to be. Well, maybe. Yep, we'll leave it because it is an ingot. Sathium. Okay, these are fuels, so we'll go ahead and move the fuels over. Nutrient doesn't really need to be there. Medical stuff. Hydrogen, I'm not going to worry about that. This is a fuel cell that doesn't need to be here. I put the copper here for a reason. This I don't really know where it needs to go because it says it can be used in a binder. Well, it does say medical, so we'll just throw it down there anyway. Then we got all these. So carbon's a basic item. Elemental elemental pentaxid is not. This technically can go down here. Plastic's not a basic. This is not a basic. This is not a basic. I want to be able to see those. This can go there with that. We'll move. Oh, that shouldn't be there. Why is there fiber in here? Okay, I think we just sorted this from... Yeah, that works. We just sort it. This we got a hand sort because for reasons. And then this I like to have in a specific way. So we put the fuel there together. These are also fuels, but they're like bioengineered fuels. And what I mean by that is they're not made from like... We make it from like the from plant fibers. There we go. Like if I could talk, which I don't know. Do we have? Yeah, I've got the bio. So we need grain, fruit, spoiled food, and then it outputs one. This one we just need plant fibers. So these do exactly the same thing. I don't... Yeah, there is a difference in fuel value. So you see this 15, it provides 15 watts an hour. One of these provides 25 watts an hour. I don't really use those too much. Early on I did because you're constantly like building and everything and you're constantly farming like trees and things, but when you like decide to go to a different planet to start, sometimes those resources are not available. And I've just stopped using the biofuels altogether. It is good to keep for emergency situations, but I don't really use it too often anymore. The hydrogen cells, we need to find a way to start producing those. I do need to make... Do I have that? Yes, I did grab it earlier. I think that was today. That may have been last night. I'm not sure. So I'd never really used the thermal regulator. Okay, we're out of... Okay, we only got like 6 points left, so we can't really do anything. Oh, we're out of fuel. See, that really did fill that up all the way. That's good. I think we're done here. And plus, I need to get off for a little while, and we will be back at it after a while. But for now, I will see you guys later. And then again, we'll come right back in, I don't know, maybe 2 hours.